Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, back with another crypto video. If this video can get 299 likes within 24 hours, we're giving away $200 worth of crypto. All you have to do to enter this giveaway is press the like button on this video, comment something down below, and make sure you have the notification bell on. Our first article/tweet of the day is from XRP Veteran. He asks on Twitter, question: after almost 2 years of bear market, what price do you really believe XRP can hit before 2021? And now actually I don't want to consider this as an XRP only question, but really more so in general, what do you think that crypto will get to before 2021? I actually want to ask that question in terms of adoption. So what do you think will be the major thing that has changed within like 1.5 years or so? That's one thing that I would like to know from you guys. And also, what do you think Bitcoin/XRP prices will be at after 1 year and 2 months or 3 months? It's really quite interesting to see how many people, and actually almost anybody, will be completely on different sides. You can also see it here in the comment section. Dan Smith, a bullish, 30 cents. Massium Capital says $35 to $50, DK $100, and so it all goes on. You know, everybody's just really differing in terms of ideas and speculation, which is definitely quite interesting to take a look at, and that is also why I want to ask you guys the question. Ripple invests $750,000 to bring XRP to crypto wallet BRD. So mobile wallet provider BRD is partnering up with Ripple this spring to boost XRP adoption. The companies announced Friday that Spring would invest some $750,000 into BRD as part of its efforts to build the Internet of Value. As part of this new strategic partnership, BRD will integrate XRP and begin building on Spring's developer platform. The partnership and investment will enable BRD users to hold, buy, sell, and send XRP to anyone in the world, a press release noted. Now, I actually got this info a little bit differently because, first of all, I actually think that $750,000 for Spring to invest is not even that much. And also from the sources that I had, they invested an undisclosed amount of money into BRD, into their wallet, and that that BRD had a total of 750,000 users, right? So I'm kind of debating now where the official info came from. Here they're actually quoting that it came from his YouTube/the Ripple official website. So also, since this is CoinDesk, I'm going to take that this is true, but I just wanted to know that there is some false information being spread out there. And also, I think I got it before Friday because today is Saturday and I actually didn't really look into news yesterday, so it must have been on Thursday that I got the news, which is really definitely quite strange to see. Maybe I'm messing something up, could be, definitely, but in this case, now you know. Well, Ethan Beard, Senior Vice President of Spring, praised BRD as one of the oldest and most respected mobile wallet providers in the space. He said in a statement that the wallet is aiding in a mainstream adoption of cryptocurrencies, adding, "The BRD team has helped consumers on-ramp $6 billion worth of traditional currencies into digital currency, making them an ideal partner to continue with proliferation and adoption of cryptocurrencies like XRP to solve real-world problems." Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cool partnership, pretty good to see. I don't really have anything bad to say. I just noted that $750,000 for them to invest is not even that much. Kind of crazy to say it like that because $750,000 is a huge sum of money. But, I mean, when I'm thinking about Spring, I think about $1 million plus, you know, as a minimum, as a little start. So yeah, that's kind of an interesting approach that I have noticed, that I think $750,000 is not that much. Maybe that's weird. I don't know. "We're incredibly excited about joining forces with Ripple to bring XRP to our base," BRD CEO and co-founder Adam Trademan said in a statement. "Ripple understands the need for a strong wallet partner as they push into the key markets like cross-border banking and remittances. So we are thrilled to help them achieve their goals. In addition, it is our plan to have BRD be the cheapest and easiest place to buy XRP moving forward." Maybe that's also part of the deal, you know, that people are going to have to buy XRP over there, which is going to give them a lot of profit as well. I don't know though. Bitcoin will collapse. Wealth Planner warns against buying cryptocurrencies. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I started a new series. I'm just going to try keeping it up a little bit. It's called Daily Cryptocurrency News or Daily Crypto News on my channel. And I'm going to try post a video on there every single day because I have a lot of articles like this one right here, which I normally cannot really put inside videos. Like, for example, I make a lot of XRP videos or a lot of, let's say, Stellar XLM/VeChain videos and whatever. And it's actually really difficult to put these ones in because a lot of people are like, you know, I'm watching for Stellar, not for Bitcoin news. And I thought, like, you know what? There's also things like, for example, PayPal in the crypto space and Facebook's just Libra. Like, what video do you put it in, right? So I decided to just have some videos every single day, or at least as often as I can. You know, just giving you guys a little bit of a recap of cryptocurrency in general. Sometimes it'll be 10 minutes, sometimes it'll be 30, but just to keep you guys updated with everything that's happening in the crypto space. And I'm going to try to just summarize as much as possible in those videos. Also, guys, one thing you should not forget is to press the like button on this video, because you can actually enter a giveaway like that. So I always recommend everybody to just quickly go ahead and do that. So yeah, Bitcoin will collapse. Make sure you check out the previous video if you want to learn more about that. What we're going to see most likely is we're going to see cryptocurrencies collapse. If you want to see more, make sure you check out the previous video. But you know what? I'm actually not going to clickbait you guys like that. Let me just quickly explain. Despite the positive movement in the cryptocurrencies prices, a wealth planner warns that investing in digital assets is not a good idea because it's not real investment, it's speculation, and you should better go for stocks, bonds, and real estate and whatever instead. So he also questioned, is it possible that maybe one or two will work out in the future? Sure it is. In the meantime, if you buy cryptocurrency, you get no income. It's not a real investment, it's speculation. Because in the end here, you're kind of hoping for the prices to go up, and in the meantime, your money is kind of stuck in there, so you're kind of keeping a bet that the price is going to go up. It's like gambling in a casino, sort of. It's like speculating in the literal sense, which is not something he is about, I guess. XRP looks to build momentum as altcoin plots another bullish breach. Well, when I read this shadow, I was also thinking about the cool video we watched from David Schwartz about stable coins. I just quickly got reminded because of reading this article, and I just also want to know from you guys what you think about that. You know, we briefly discussed it in my live stream, but I didn't see any of you guys comment about it. So again, if you have some time, make sure you just quickly comment down below what you think about the proposal of stable coins on the XRP ledger. I think it's a pretty interesting idea. But let's move on though with this article, because XRP looks to build momentum as altcoin plots another bullish breach. I have not been seeing any altcoin do too crazy just now. Like last couple of hours here, like last day has not been too crazy. So I don't completely know, but XRP, despite exhibiting any significant price rally in 2019, managed to hold its third spot on the CoinMarketCap ranking. The altcoin was trading at 27.6 cents at press time, having seen a 1.93% rise on the 24 hours. All right. So here on the 4-hour chart, XRP looked bullish on the 4-hour chart as it first breached the symmetrical triangle and then formed another descending channel, both considered a sign of bullish sentiment. A descending channel is characterized by two parallel falling lines where the lower highs formed at 28.5, 28.3, and 27.6, and the lower lows formed at 27.3, 26.6, and 26.5. XRP is well set up for an upward breakout. The prices remained under EMA ribbon. I was like, what is this, another English word? But it's just saying EMA ribbon, which is considered as a bullish sign. The price volatility was high since the 7th of October, but it has reduced in the last couple of days. A breach of the pattern might push XRP prices towards 28.74 cents in the next couple of days, and that is also going to be interesting. At the press time, though, the MACD line was under the signal line, however. It was on the verge of a bullish crossover, which might take place as soon as the altcoin breaches the descending channel. So this is on the 4-hour chart on XRP to USD. It's kind of interesting how the MACD is completely different from what we have read on some of the other time frames / other pairs, for example, XRP to BTC. And does the market sentiment look bullish for XRP in the short term? To conclude, XRP was looking bullish on the 4-hour chart as the cryptocurrency formed a descending channel right after a bullish breakout from the symmetrical triangle. The price was below the EMA candle with declining volatility, which is considered bullish, and the MACD line was also on the verge of a bullish crossover, which also suggests that the market sentiments were bullish in the short term. Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson: if Bitcoin goes down, crypto market will suffer. This is actually something that I can quite agree with. If Bitcoin decides to just take a free fall down to the ground, other cryptocurrencies are going to be suffering, and that's literally what is said in here. If Bitcoin goes down, crypto market will suffer, and I can agree. In this case, though, he says it a little bit differently. He says, in the world of cryptocurrency, Bitcoin is the flagship. It's the product that everyone points to when first talking about the industry or thinking about it. Every other coin is considered altcoins by the community because, of course, every coin that came after Bitcoin is not Bitcoin but an alternative coin. Charles said, or he believes that if Bitcoin failed, the entire industry would go with it. So in this case, we're not talking about just a small decrease in price. No, we're talking about the coin literally failing, going down in the sense of breaking itself. The opinion was given during an interview for the podcast show Off the Chain that aired on October 10th. Hoskinson described Bitcoin as blind, deaf, and dumb by design, citing that the exact parameters that mysterious founder had in mind when creating the world's first cryptocurrency. He stated that while it was appropriate for Bitcoin's earliest ambitions, the cryptocurrency needs to evolve away from what it currently is to survive. He stated that Bitcoin, while a dominant cryptocurrency at the time of writing, was never meant to replace the world's financial system. Hoskinson is of the opinion that it isn't and it wasn't Bitcoin's scope at the time of the creation. He referred to Bitcoin maxis, those that try to keep Bitcoin designed the way it was initially intended for. He called these Bitcoin maximalists into question due to the way they take Satoshi's vision of Bitcoin as the only way forward. It is a strange thing to consider that, given that Bitcoin is a decentralized system that works on the central vision of its creator, like it would be kind of strange that they see one thing as the only thing to move forward with. An example of this refusal to evolve could be showed in Bitcoin's lack of pool payments. Well, I personally don't see a bad thing in the lack of pool payments, but okay. A thing that's considered every day in most commercial systems. It's intentionally designed with those features omitted, as was the Bitcoin maximalist's vision. So, in this case, if you're asking what is a pool payment, well, it is that if you send something, right, you can never take it back. It's only one-way door, right? You can never ask the money, you can never like pull it out from somebody's wallet. You can only push it in. So if you want to send it away, you can never just grab it back out. No, that person has to send it once more. He has to push it. You can never pull. Hoskinson's discussion about how vital Bitcoin is for the cryptocurrency industry came from a previous one about the topic of proof of work versus proof of stake systems, and these discussions are always quite interesting because Charles Hoskinson is really an advocate for proof of stake and explaining how that could really change the world in a way better way. He stated that proof of work systems wouldn't survive unless they find a way to evolve. And yeah, that's going to be another discussion for another day, like why proof of stake is probably better than proof of work, but still proof of stake is not perfect and they're trying to fix everything, as proof of stake is definitely hard to integrate, definitely hard to maintain in the start, and there is a couple of better sides to proof of work since it's a lot simpler to set up, I would say. It's also kind of more easy to see for people that it's fair, but we're not going to get into that too much. Binance exits Tron's SR1 position after unfreezing 11.9 billion TRX. Could it be because of the SEC? Well, this could lead to a major dump in TRX. So if you did not know, I personally did not know either. I think that Binance was the #1 super representative from Tron. They were probably holding like 12 billion TRX, which is definitely a really interesting amount. But in this case, they withdrew the 11.9 billion TRX it acquired to become the leading SR on the Tron ecosystem. Bitcoin CCO Michel Lederman has said, well, I actually didn't know he was Bitcoin CCO. Just know Michel Lederman is always out there to explain about TRX and whatever. Michel Lederman, a member of the Tronix community, said an interesting development is going on within the Tron ecosystem, stating that the 12 billion TRX, like 1/6 of the total circulation, frozen by Binance to become the #1 SR on the Tron ecosystem, has been unfrozen by the community or by the cryptocurrency exchange, by Binance again. Lederman, who is also the advisor of the DApp Revolution, asserted that Binance will not be Tron's top SR anymore. Hence, Sesame Seed and BitGuild will hold the first and second position respectively. While tagging Binance and Justin Sun among others in the update, Lederman inquired if Binance has got any comment regarding the development. Why did they spell his name wrong every time? As at the time of writing or reporting this news, no response has been made by the exchange. However, the Tron community on Twitter has been placed in a frenzy, just like it was when Binance acquired the 12 billion TRX votes. Tron community members who were dumbfounded about the reason behind Binance's action. You can see here Michel Lederman is going on to Twitter and said, interesting development in the Tron ecosystem. Binance seems to have unfrozen 12 billion TRX previously voted for Binance in the SR elections. That would make Sesame Seed first, BitGuild second, TRX Dream third, Bitcoin fourth in the SR rankings. Let's check out that tweet here. We can see here that's a lot of votes right there. That Binance, but Binance is now lost. They're gone. They took out 12 billion. Woo! Well, yeah, this is what decentralization looks like, Sesame Seed founding member. That's what he said. Danny, a founding member of Sesame Seed, was excited by the development, saying, "Good to be back on the top." Danny seems to have been devastated by the 12 billion TRX votes acquired by Binance to become the top SR. He said now Tron blockchain can now have the full, true decentralization. This is what decentralization looks like. Danny added that the community can now decide who to vote for instead of Binance always winning, of course, because they have so much. Here you can see Danny, hashtag vote Sesame Seed, stake for Sesame Seed. Good to be back on top. This is what decentralization looks like. Let the community decide who to vote for. So yeah. An interesting question though is like, what is the reason behind Binance withdrawing? A lot of people are questioning whether or not it is due to the SEC that they're doing this. Crypto World here went on to Twitter to state, the reason is simple. If Binance remains SR with plus 50%, the SEC can consider that Tron is not decentralized enough and it could become a security which nobody wants. Another member of the community said the situation remains the same despite Binance's withdrawal, adding that most SRs on the Tron ecosystems are owned by Tron themselves. So yeah, that would still not make it completely like decentralized, right? Because Come from the beginning said, so what should the SEC think about TRX if mostly all of the SRs are property of the Tron Foundation? Crypto would ask, can you tell me who? And apart those, you have the exchanges who will be hit BTC that will always do what Tron wants. And then there are the doubtful ones as Tron Spark and other company without data or active web. Apart Tron 1 and other Chinese associations encouraged by Justin Sun. So yeah, really decentralized. We can see here Tron Scan, BitTorrent, TRX Market, Justin Sun, Tron, uTorrent, for example. There's probably another, you can see some exchanges, hit BTC, who will be pool, even though, yeah, there's a little bit different miner gate. I don't even know which ones are really from Tron themselves and which ones are not. I also don't completely know exactly where the issue would be. Tron Grid, Tron Link, these guys are also from Tron. I think Tron invested into some of the other ones as well. So in the end, guys, we can kind of talk about this for a whole day and cry about it, but in the end, we can't really do much about it, and I don't really know if there's an issue going on yet, so I don't want to make it bigger than it is. Next, Bitcoin halving may not lead to bull market, says Bitmain CEO. I don't want to get too much into this either, but it's just a little bit of a thing to pop up here. Bulls may be late this time, and in this case here, they're saying that even though the halving is coming up and a lot of people are really kind of acting happy for it, Jihan Wu, co-founder and CEO of Chinese mining giant Bitmain, believes the next Bitcoin BTC block reward halving may not lead to a bull market, but the coin's price will grow in the longer term. He's still bullish on Bitcoin, but he just thinks that this smaller, or really quite big still, catalyst is not really going to change everything as much as we think it is. Per the report, Wu explained that the crypto market moves in cycles, and this time the next bullish phase may not start after the halving. He's also confident that in the long term, prospective crypto enthusiasts should invest in mining hardware, adding, of course he's going to say that, right, because he's a mining hardware manufacturer, but okay. There are many uncertainties, but now is a good time to invest in crypto mining. If I were a miner, I mean, he is a miner in theory, right? I'm assuming Bitmain is also doing a lot of mining themselves. I would not stop mining, but continuing to invest in mining equipment. Again, that's what he sells, so yeah. We are currently in a short-term correction of price. Having a long-term perspective is significant. If Bitcoin's price remains unchanged after the halving, the efficiency of existing equipment must be improved to balance efficiency and computing power. Okay, guys, it's going to be really quite interesting. That was it for today's video, though. I covered for you guys some really interesting crypto news. If you would like to see another coin talked about in the next video, make sure you let me know. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Enjoy your day, everybody, and have a very nice one.